Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he gets this up just shy of... The 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and play.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 14 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities?
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. Down to about the 22 here.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he floats one there, incomplete.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Warner. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
managing to stay in bounds.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Back to throw again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
He's got a man, complete, and it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be a hard.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. He's going to let it go again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 2nd down and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 1. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Zone coverage there,
and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at about the 14.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the 49ers, They keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next.